Hey guys, welcome back to The Debater. I'm Grace, and with me is Ellie.
Hello.
And our friend Emily can't make it today because we got another murder on the case. Dun dun dun. No, I'm kidding. She couldn't make it today. But so today we're gonna do a review of Only Murders in the Building, season 5, episode 9, named Lester. So just for a quick recap, told through the lens of one of the annoying robots who may hold the keys to more of the secrets than anyone realized, and the Arconia throws one last party as the residents discover that the killer may be in their building. So to start off, I really liked this episode. It was fun, it was interesting. Last week's episode, we mentioned that we finally gained more information about the case, and it's finally leading somewhere. And but now it's getting more interesting. It's kind of a shame that it's sort of like the last second episode of the season, so it's a shame that they didn't bring more of that interesting bits in the middle of the season instead of now. We all knew that Randall was going to be the new suspect of the episode, and I think we all kind of agreed that he probably wouldn't be the killer, and but we did have like good theories and motives for why he should be. But he was good in this episode. I like that like he keeps running off from the trio. Lesson to those who want to solve crimes in the future: wear trainers next time if you want to chase someone. I also knew like the picture that Randall took from that he was meant to be in Cuba was fake. Like if I'm surprised the trio didn't get that. It just looks it was totally fake. We learned that Randall wasn't really involved with Lester's death, but when the robot Lester, so I keep saying Lester, said that he had proof of what happened to the real Lester and showed the footage of Lester. It was very heartbreaking to see like his last moments before he died. I was like, oh my God, this is kind of traumatic. Like everyone just seeing, it was so shocked and sad, and I think we were all feeling that way. It was sad to hear that Lester was willing to kill someone to defend the building and to make sure everyone still had their home. It was really touching. But it was also shocked to hear that Lester was the one who killed Nikki. Like, I'm surprised because I can't see Lester as a killing type. Like, maybe he might have done it by accident, but not intentionally. And I also hope, like, in the next episode, we can see the full scene of what happened to Nikki for real, like, what really happened behind in the gambling room. The main star of the episode was Robert Lester, and we all know we all dislike him in the beginning, like this whole technology taking over thing. It was a bit annoying, but it did give me stalker vibes of like seeing from his point of view of the episode, like going around the rooms in the background. It was kind of weird, but in the end, he was helpful and he wasn't as bad as we expected, and as Robert Lester said that he wasn't evil. It's usually humans and people who do that. It did annoy me though, that no one asked the robot for any of the footages. Like if he had footages of Lester before he died, maybe you could have had like spare footage of like what else happened in that building during that time. He might because he was there from the beginning. I think the episode was kind of telling us the message of how we use technology properly. Like it could be bad for people to use technology to access all your data and stuff like that, like it's happening today. But also technology, we learn from how we see how obsessive he was in a creepy way with the robot, and we can see like how he used it for like a self-purpose, and it was kind of sad seeing that. And it was also interesting to see things from the robot's point of view, as though Lester was kind of recording parts of their lives. So I think it's kind of like represents of how we sometimes use technology to capture that precious moments of our lives, like photography and filming. So I kind of get that in a way, and it was a bit sweet. My favorite and funny moments in this episode was seeing Teddy again because oh God, whenever he's in a scene, it just made me laugh. And it was a surprising comeback. I think one of us in the last few reviews said that he was going to make a comeback. We thought it was just going to be episode 2 where we saw the past with past Lester, but it was great seeing him again. And I'm not sure if it was just me, but I was a little bit confused saying when he said that he's finally out of jail, even though in season 2 he came back with a ankle bracelet. So I might have missed something, or or the writers for the show missed something. Either way, I don't care. I'm just glad he's back. And I loved everything he said. Like when Oliver mentioned that he got remarried and Teddy said, "Yeah, love your wives," I nearly fell off the chair. Because I was like, hold on, hang on, he did have an affair with Oliver's first wife. I'm like, oh my God, that's just messed up. And then the next one he that made me laugh was when he asked Howard, "Are you effing that robot?" I mean, we were all probably thinking it at one point. And then last one, when we saw Theo again, who I also like, and I'm glad he came back as well. When Theo came in and he asked us out, what's going on? And then and then his dad Teddy said, that's Howard's ex, the robot. Just he says some really funny things, and I'm really liking about that. And speaking of Howard, I love that he shares some of the spotlight in this episode. Like in this season, I think we all said that we thought he was probably the big baddie or like he's feeling left out by the trio. And now he did kind of like help the trio now. Like he solved the puzzle in this case. And I'm felt really heartwarmed about that. Like just seeing him finally doing something great for the trio. Not like he hasn't done anything great before, but like he sort of feel like he's kind of belong now. Like he was never alone, and that's really moving. It was sad that the trio was struggling to move on, especially Charles. Like he's afraid of being alone again because Oliver's got Oliver's married and Mabel is still probably going to move on with something else. But I do feel like they're kind of repeating that same theme over and over. Like Charles is afraid of being alone and he's confessing his feelings towards Oliver and all that. So I'm not sure if it's kind of a little bit wasted, in my opinion. Theories. Okay, so we learned in the end that the mobster grandmother is involved as it was her wheel in front of Charles's fridge. And not only that, but it was Sophia's sons as well. The sons. The sons that we all assume were idiots. Just kids in a grown men's bodies. Like, what? I was not expecting them at all. I thought we were just like dumb stupids. Just like it was a good twist, but I can't see them killing Lester. Like I just can't imagine them like doing something like that. But I do have a gut feeling that maybe they were involved with moving their dad's corpse, like their dad's Nicky. Like I don't know, because I can't imagine Lester or anyone was strong enough to move that body. So maybe they wanted to do that. I'm not sure why. Maybe the motive is that they don't like their dad, or maybe they found out their dad was turning the building into a casino and he was gonna cut them out because he doesn't like them. I mean, he finds out they're not smart enough to handle the business, so yeah, maybe it's that. And then maybe we're gonna have a final twist in the end about Sophia and the mayor having a relationship and the boys are trying to help out. I'm not sure, but there's bound to be some kind of twist like that coming up. I also thought the robot was ordered after Lester's death, so I was a bit shocked to learn that he was pre-ordered even when Lester was alive. So I'm not sure whether the board of the building arranged that at that time, or maybe. But then in the episode, we learned that Robert Lester changed his orders directly from Camilla now. So I wondered if maybe Camilla or Bash pre-ordered, like they were already setting this up before. I'm not too sure. Also, do you think Jay could be more involved? Because I'm not sure. I feel like it would be a twist. Like I feel like he's still probably like I don't know what his game is. Like I'm not sure if he still wants to be with Mabel, like maybe as a general girlfriend boyfriend relationship, or maybe he's just I don't know. I just feel like
Well,
he's
they were
still
going to
got
move away
agenda.
together, which makes me seem like it's a bigger thing than we were anticipating.
Yeah.
There's something going on there, but also there's
Yeah.
definitely
I
so
mean
I
he
don't
lied
feel
to
like
her.
he's.
Yeah, I don't feel like he's good. I'd rather she be with like the other people she liked in the past.
Hmm.
Like people I can't remember names of, but yeah. Yeah, so that's my review and theories for the episode. Ellie, what do you think?
Okay, well, Grace, thank you for that lovely breakdown. You have done a great job at standing in for the lovely Emily, who we very much missed today. So yes, guys, if you could tell us how much you miss her in the comments, that would be great. But yes, so this episode definitely brought a lot of loose ties to an end, which was very cool. I definitely, I just, in all honesty, had completely forgotten that there were like seven strange, very crazy, stupid sons roaming around. I had completely forgotten about them of like as characters. We have so many characters this season that I was kind of like, okay, cool, they're there, move on to the next thing. And I feel like that was kind of their intention because then no one really thought of this, but then maybe we should have thought of it because it would have made sense that Nikki's sons are a part of a murder. So it's kind of like, right, that does make sense. And it being Lester, I don't know. I don't know. It just seems so strange. Like, obviously, we have the video footage, but like, it doesn't seem right. Something is missing. Lester, as much as he loved the building, I don't think he would kill someone for it. It just it seems so far, and like I know he loved the building and he loved the people and he wanted to save it, so maybe it was an accident, or maybe he did something but it didn't kill him. Maybe it was just like he kind of like stood up to him finally and like it got a bit physical, so he like hit him and it kind of knocked him out, and then he kind of thought that was the end of it, and then someone else killed him. I'm kind of feeling like the sons are more involved than we think. Maybe they, like Grace said, maybe they knew they were going to be cut off, or they just finally wanted to take over the business, or something like that, or they were fed up with like not being the ones in control and finally like, okay, let's just off our dad and take over the business. Let's just go with that. I was kind of like, okay, they're definitely more involved, especially the evil mobster grandmother in her like electric scooter. That was again should have been expected, but I kind of forgot she existed. So I was like, okay, well, here we go again. There was too many things going on to remember that these characters probably should have been suspects from the beginning, and we, all three of us, didn't even think. I don't think Emily did either, but like we didn't even mention them. So, but yeah. I definitely think Robot Lester, I don't think we've seen the end of him. I think there's more footage that he's recorded hidden within his brain somewhere. I think there's a lot missing, and I think it's going to take one of the billionaires to open it up and show us the footage. Potentially could be Mabel's new little guy on the side. Maybe he does show us that he's good, or maybe someone else needs to show us to clear something up. I'm not too sure, but I definitely think Robot Lester has a lot more to show us, especially because he was creeping around their rooms and their apartments and getting everything on record. I was like, who is seeing this? Where is this going to? And we know he's owned by someone in particular, because that someone in particular now only has the whole security footage. She has hold of everything. So there's definitely going to be more to this robot than we probably were anticipating, but even more so. There was obviously some very comedic reliefs during this episode, which I loved. Like Grace said, the photo of Randall in Cuba, did they say? I think it was Cuba. I knew it was fake, but I thought it was also kind of just meant to be a funny fake. He's gone to Cuba, pushed this guy out of the episode. I didn't think it was him stand in front of a photo and pose pretending I'm in this place. I thought it was just kind of like a director's choice to be like this funny little photo, and I was like, oh, okay, amazing. Oh no, it's a painting. Sorry, my thoughts are very jumbled, so this review is probably a bit all over the place. It's kind of coming back to me all at once. There was one more thing. Lester knew as soon as someone was in the games room. He knew immediately. His alarm was starting to go off and he was like, intruder in the games room, intruder in the games room. Why did no one bat an eyelid at this? Because that means he knows when someone's down there. He's got the security footage of when people are down there. It means he's got the security footage of what hand went missing. He's got the security footage of probably where, I've forgotten his name, but one of the main people died. Nikki. There we go. I don't know why his name left my brain, but we've got that footage. So someone is hiding it. Someone is hiding it for a reason. And the next episode is definitely going to be one of completely unwinding because although we got some information, we haven't got all of it. And I think it's going to be one very long episode of twists and turns and gasps and laughs and just seeing where it takes us. So, overall, great episode, and I really enjoyed it.
So, next episode, the final episode of Only Murders in the Building, season 5, is called The House Always Wins. The trio rushes to solve everything as they face life-threatening peril in the season's last episode. So, yeah, my only theory from that is that they're gonna face a real murderer or murderers, or I'm not too sure because I'm still not sure about Lester's being the killer for Nikki's death. I was just thinking it could be like a reference to like the poker game, like because they do something called Full House or something. So maybe it could be like maybe the trio are trying to win back the building in a poker game. I'm not too sure, but yeah, be interesting. And we're gonna have that final twist in the end to see if they're gonna unravel more mysteries. And then I got if they're gonna do a season 6, I wonder who they're gonna kill next. You know what I mean? Like who's that annoying Uma? I got a feeling Uma might die. I know that sounds bad, but I feel like it would be interesting. It would be interesting for season 6 to look into her past.
I definitely think the name of the final episode is a hint to something because
Mm.
the house first always was it that you said
It was called
something?
The House Always Wins. Oh, so it maybe it's a
There we go.
card game.
See,
I just
always, that's what I mean. There's when you go like betting and things, it's like you always bet on the house. The house always wins because it's always the money going back to that. So I'm kind of like, okay, who is the house? Is it technically our lovely investigating team because it's their home? So are they going to win? Or is it the people who now own the casino and it's them trying to win and manipulate their way out of getting this murder, I guess? I wonder what peril they're in because obviously they are facing the time restrictions, I guess, of the building no longer being theirs. But I feel like we've kind of come to the end of that anyways. They've probably got like, I don't know, 12 hours left. So maybe that is their 12 hours, but I also don't think that's peril. So it's kind of like, but it also could be peril because technically that would mean then it's the trio's end. I don't know. But we're also coming to the finale, and I still think that someone might die. I don't know, they
well,
keep,
enough on the trio,
if they
right?
do a, maybe from the trio, I just,
Oh.
they're coming to the conclusion, like so many of these episodes, like you've said, have been so repetitive of the trio ending. It's like Mabel's gonna go do this person's gonna go do this person's gonna go do this, and then someone will be like, oh, I don't actually know what I want to do, and there's like so much based on the trio and what they do next. I'm kind of like, why? What? It's either this is the last season, or the trio is becoming a duo, and it is coming to an end. It's just kind of like there's too much focusing on it. I'm scared, and this just could be the my heart trying not to break. This could be the thoughts in my brain trying to protect me from a very sad death. Because if any of them go, I will cry. I will be sobbing throughout this finale. But I can't help but feel like something bad's gonna happen, especially if peril is at the end of the thing. I just hope that they're able to not kill anyone off and give us a next season, even if it
Mm.
is Uma or maybe it's someone else that we could look into. And I don't want it to be Loretta at all, but like maybe someone close to the trio like that. Who it will be, I don't know. If we get a new season, I also don't know, but I wouldn't be mad at it. I just really hope that they don't kill off someone. So,
I also just realized something that after rereading the title, the house always wins. Right. We're gonna do something else for this review. We're gonna look at some of the comments that have said about their theories. So, thank you, at While Major, Den's, hold on, Diesel's Punk 6396. Sorry if I didn't pronounce your name properly, sorry. But you said that Nikki killed Lester because Camilla set up an affair. Nikki sees Lester and Sophia together. He tells Camilla the affair is disgusting because Lester is the help and someone he paid and trusted. So these are really good theories, by the way. You've done a lot, so it's really interesting. And you also said there has to be a secret child that someone raised that wasn't their own, either contrive like Camilla if she set up Branson as being Lester's or anyone's, but Ronnie or Randall. So that could be interesting. A mystery kid. I mean, we had that mystery kid from, was it season 3 when Loretta said she had a kid when she was 17. I remember that. And then at Jessica so so Vaza slash slash W7G. Thank you so much for your comment. You said, I don't think you can believe 100% what Camilla told Loretta. She saw the picture of Loretta, so I don't think she knew who that was. She's trying to frame Sophia possible. Also, in Camilla's flashback, the flower was on the wrong side of Nicky's suit, just like when it was his body is found. So I think she has something to do with his death and was lying to Loretta. That's interesting. I never picked that up before, actually. So probably have to rewatch that and see if the flower's on the wrong side. But yeah, thank you so much. And then at Prom Prometheus Unbound 6, I don't know, 8 A7. It was a mayor. Yeah. I think we can kind of agree with you that it possibly could be the mayor involved. Like he can't just like come in and then come back out and then disappear forever. Um at Pat Samaj 3425. You think you think Romy killed Nikki because she was protecting the mayor and one of the AI kids of Bash killed Lester. I mean, to be honest, he did had a creepy kid as we saw in the last two episodes ago. So yeah, he could be like the new Omen of the 21st century. So yeah. Ellie, anything you want to comment on the like say about the comments or sure.
Oh, first of all, thank you very much for adding your theories and everything into the comments. It's very grateful and we love reading them and just kind of like listening to what your theories are. It's really nice to be able to have that kind of community to just kind of bring this series to life amongst ourselves. I think everyone's theories have been really unique. None of them are really repetitive. Everyone has their own solid theory, and a lot of them have information to back it up, which I absolutely love. I definitely like Prometheus's comment,
Mm.
just about the autocorrect and it being it's beautiful autocorrected to Butte Hillman. I think that was very clever. I wouldn't have caught that myself, and I clearly didn't. So they are very clever, but that's also not saying that everyone else's hasn't been really clever. Like, so many of these things could be true, and I kind of hope that one or at least some of them are, because that would mean that our lovely viewers have come up with some amazing theories which have become a part of the series. And if they were to guess it from that far behind, I guess, I think it's very cool. And we're clearly missing something if we're not coming up with something as extravagant as these. Well, guys, thank you very, very much for joining us on this recap review on episode 9 of Only Murders in the Building. We have one more episode left, so we would love you to join us in the finale and see what finally happens. Again, if you have any comments or theories, leave them below, because we do read them and we do really appreciate every single comment that gets sent through. And we love hearing what you have to say because it's always very, very clever. Again, Emily is very sorry that she couldn't be here today, and we have truly missed her from our little trio recap. So I guess you'll see us in the finale, which has come over so, so, so unbelievably quickly. But in the meantime, if you have anything to do in your downtime, we have lots of other videos on our channel that you can go and watch. Loads more reviews, we've got debates, we've got episodes up there of so many different things. So if you want to go check that out, please do, and we will see you in the next one. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and we will see you soon. Bye.
Bye.